Well, hey, fuckers. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm glad you made it through the weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope it was safe and blessed. And I feel like this message could happen sometime this week. Okay? As far as timetables. Everybody's like, you don't ever give out a timetable. Look, I can't help it. It's whatever spirit guide shows me to show you. If they don't give me a timetable, I can't give you one. Because, I ain't pulling shit out of my asshole. I'm getting the information from your spirit guides. Who are my spirit guides? Your spirit guides are you from your past lives. Okay? Why do you think they're trying to guide you? Because they already know they know what you're about to fuck up. They did it. They already fucked up. They're trying to stop you from fucking up. Their job is to get me to convey messages to you, to guide you, to align you on the path that leads to your destiny so you can fulfill it, boo. That's how this works. That's what this is all about. Okay. Sorry, I digress. Whoever you are in this collective, okay, the message I'm getting this morning is you are dealing with a divine masculine, or actually, you're not dealing with them. Because what happened was, this divine masculine, you absolutely loved with all of your being. Still do, by the way. Yeah. You don't want to admit it, because you're like, what? So, that's kind of how you feel about that. But this divine masculine ran from your connection. Didn't walk. Didn't go, okay, let's part ways. No. Ran with the tail between their legs. Ghosted you. Stayed gone. But while they were involved with you, and while you were providing them nothing but love, compassion, nurturing, honesty, all that good shit, they were providing you with nothing but bad shit. Temptation, lies, going behind your back, sneaking around, basically betraying you in every which way. And you found out because they fucked around one too many times and you found out. And that pretty much ended things at that point. And now this divine masculine's like, fuck, trapped up in their own shit, stuck with no options, and finding themselves needing forgiveness. I feel like this person's going to try to get your attention. Oh, you always say that. They're coming in. Yes, this person is going to try to get your attention if they haven't already started. And if this is your reading, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because they're starting to realize that the way you love them, nobody else is ever going to love them that way. One of a kind, boo-boo. One of a kind, irreplaceable love. And they're starting to realize that. And they're like, fuck. I had it. And I had it. It was mine. Mine for the taking. And I'm such an idiot, I lost it. You want to know why they lost it? Their own fucking ego. That's why. Always trying to be a peacock. That's it. Peacock? What does that mean? A peacock is someone who likes to do things for show, try to get people's attention. Peacocking. You ever heard the term? You can dress all fucking weird and crazy and funky to get somebody's attention. Yeah. All right, Spirit, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen with my collective? Yeah. You're going to avoid this divine masculine like a plague. Because you know that if you come in contact with this mofo, it's going to be crash, 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 drama, 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 shit's gonna go fucking haywire crazy. So what do? You avoid that shit like the plague. I feel like this divine masculine, I also hear spirit telling me that this divine masculine is kind of going through this internal divine intervention. Like, maybe not their home life crashing around, you know, in their physical realm, things going wrong, but inside they're having a serious awakening. Like, spirit's really getting to them. So they're emotionally and mentally going through it. And realizing so much shit, like, oh my God, I am so fucked up. I fucked up so bad. I had it. I had him. And I fucked it up. Yeah. You moved on. You're like, you know what? I'm over this. I'm moving on. The thing is, Spirit's showing me that there was whatever happened with this divine masculine that made this divine masculine go through this spiritual, basically, awakening and this intervention within themselves. I feel like it's showing the divine masculine there's things that they need to put behind them and move forward with themselves, for themselves. But I'm also seeing you moved on from this divine masculine because you didn't want any more turmoil from this person. I feel like this person hurt you a great deal. Took you for granted. And you were very vulnerable with them. And this is confirmation the divine masculine is trapped, stuck. Stuck with no options. Stuck in their head. They got a third party. They're stuck with a third party. This third party is possibly a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. But let me tell you about this third party. This third party is a feminine energy. Someone who's very needy, very, very insecure, overly sensitive, very nice for the very pleasurable to be around, enjoys time with doing things, and, you know, very fun, good sense of humor. I'm picking up a domestic talent, very good with decorations of the house, cooking, possibly very clean, pristine, very neat. Could possibly be good with sewing, crochet, some sort of craft like that. But also very much a housewife. And this could be a man or a woman, but it's very much a housewife. Now, they could work possibly, but a very small amount. Possibly part-time job here or there. Maybe they make some money on the side with crafts, but for the most part, they're a housewife, dedicated to their family, their home. But is very needy and very much leans upon this divine masculine. So it's possible they're married. I also, right now I'm picking up that this person's very hypersensitive. Like, because they're very intuitive with this divine masculine. So I'm picking up this person's realizations of that this divine masculine's going through some internal issues, and they're picking up the distance of this divine masculine, because you can clearly tell this divine masculine is going through some sort of moment. And there's the Star card. Okay. 17 can be significant. The number 17. But, sorry, the phone rang. This divine masculine has hope for the future, has some sort of wish fulfillment that they would like. And this is what's bringing on this divine intervention. And I feel like this divine intervention is spirit nurturing this divine masculine, giving this divine masculine their karma within themselves. Like sometimes you can have karma in your physical realm, shit going wrong, cancellations, shit crashing, whatever. Then this internal divine intervention makes you feel very, 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 very bad sometimes. That was so bad. Because divine spirit will fuck with them and show them what they did in, detail, and really, really paints that picture that's clear for them to go, oh, shit, and shows them what they did wrong and where they went wrong and how their karma is going to affect them for the rest of their life. So that's what's happening here. They're being nurtured, but they don't realize it. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. Yeah. Strength. Okay. So Spirit showing me that they're trying to get this divine masculine to understand their own strength to move on with their life into a different chapter, that this is the necessary rite of passage, that this is a blessing in disguise. So the strength is needed. Inner wisdom is being given by Spirit, which is confirmation. Spirit showing them that they can walk away from being stuck with no option. Spirit showing them and giving them the inner wisdom that they're really not stuck. They have the freedom to walk away from whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, as quickly as they want. They hold themselves back. They're holding themselves back because they have a third party. They have a manipulative, insecure, needy third party that is very, very jealous, possessive, demanding, can be vicious at times, can be very, very, very sneaky when it comes to checking up on this divine masculine, putting them under a radar, watching, for example, looking at their phone, looking at the phone bill, seeing who they're calling, who's calling them, who's texting them, looking at maybe a GPS location on their vehicle, maybe on their phone, always keeping tabs on who they're talking to, what they're doing, where they're going, everything. That's what I'm picking up here. And I feel like this person that they're with is a little on the arrogant side, but at the same time, they're very sweet. They can be very nice. They can be very loving and fun and generous and have a lot of fun, go out and adventure and stuff like that. Very good sense of humor, like I said. Very nurturing, very intuitive. What a pair. And this is the person you were dealing with. I know, Sharon. Oh, that's why. Okay. So, you have a soul tie to this person. I feel like there's a past life with this person and you. This is where you're intertwined with this person. So there's a soul connection here. Yep. So I feel like Spirit's trying to show this person this is the opportunity to actually explore a soul connection. And right now, they want to, but they can't. They're stuck. And the only thing they can do is watch. Watch you live your life. Watch you move on. Watch you whatever. Watch your social media, whatever, right? And I feel like this person is stuck in the sense that they're starting to hear and see things that you have moved on. And it's bothering them. But they're definitely watching. And like I said, I feel like this third party's this third party is definitely watching their every move. Okay? Yeah, there's confirmation. There's a third party right here. Boom. That's who that is. Yeah. I feel like there's a feeling of betrayal here with this person, this divine masculine. I feel like this divine masculine has been quite the tyrant, if you will. Not mean physically, just mean, inconsiderate, disrespectful, betrayed. I feel like they betrayed the person they're with, the third party, as well as you. And now they're all up in their head, fantasizing, dreaming, wishing, wanting forgiveness, stressed out, going through all the things in their head that they've done with this intervention that they're going through. They're exhausted, I can tell you. They're just completely drained with this, honestly. Emotionally drained. Things are not going well at home, in their marriage. Look, Queen of Swords reversed. Yeah, I feel like there's just so much turmoil going on at this moment with these two. Even if it's not a physical argument, it's still kind of like a silent Cold War. And with the Three of Pentacles, yeah, I feel like typically these two work together well. So even if they're at each other's throats or pissed off at each other, they're still going to go through their day-to-day routine and get what they need to get done as a team, right? Like get the family taken care of, kids, house, whatever, but at the same time with the Cold War between each other. So I hope this helps. I love you, and I hope you have a great fucking day.